who love this country, which country is great in prospect, we must begin to say something. You know, whenever I've talked about corruption, I've always said that there are two ways of dealing with the corrupt in this country. To tell the king and the queens that they are naked, there are two ways of doing it. One of the ways is to be found in the synoptic gospels, and is what I call the way of John the Baptist. You go out into the agora and shout, "You Herodias, you have an illicit affair with the wife of thy brother Philip. Thou standst condemned." You say so in the agora. You will be arrested. Then there will be a dance at which Salome will dance so well. And Salome will be asked to name her prize. And Salome will name her prize as the head of John the Baptist. So if you choose to shout in the agora against corruption, you must be prepared to pay the ultimate price. How many of you are prepared? Because the last time I checked, if you've not found anything, Martin Luther King Jr. used to say, for which you are prepared to die, you have no business living. All of us must find something for which we are prepared to die. Then we are worthy of living. It is incumbent upon us as Christians and patriots to point out the evils that bedevil our country, not with the arrogance that will inflame the anger of the leadership, but with the firmness that will open their eyes. We must do that consistently without fear of consequence. But there is another way also of doing it depending on the circumstances, and that way I call the way of Nathan. Nathan visits David and he tells David, "O king, in your kingdom there are two people, one very rich and the other one very poor with only 2 animals, and the one who is very rich takes the one from the poor one." And David says, if there is such a one in my kingdom, then such a one should be punished. And he says, "O king, it is you. You have taken Uriah's wife and you have sent Uriah into the battlefield and he is dead there." There is a sense in which we must determine what is the right approach. There are times when you use the method of John the Baptist, and there are times when you use the method of Nathan. Choose what is appropriate. Choose the instruments of first resort when first resort is at hand. Choose the instruments of last resort when the last resort is at hand. But never, ever stop doing the right thing. Those of you who are familiar with the World War II will remember this famous report, which I do not render in the manner in which it was rendered, but I render it in this manner without losing its substance. The famous statement attributed to Martin Niemöller. When they came for the Jews, I said nothing because I was not a Jew. When they came for the communists, I said nothing because I was not a communist. When they came from the trade unionists, I said nothing because I was not a trade unionist. When they came for me, there was nobody to say anything. The moral of Martin Niemöller's statement is, and when there is danger, shout against it. And we put it so very well in Kiswahili, mwenzako akinyolewa kichwa chako kitie maji. Because there is a sense in which you could be the next. Kumbukeni mtego wa panya uingia waliomo na wasio kwema. Na pia tukumbuke kilichompata ngwena na kiboko ni vivi.